Man, this election is starting to bring out the worst in people. But then again, maybe people have already been just that bad, and we're just starting to notice it. It's showing a lot of hypocrisy. It's showing a lot of different things. The truth of the matter is, we've had presidents that killed people. We've had presidents that raped, robbed, and pillaged. We've had presidents that's done all kind of debaucherous things. But some of them guys were still good at their job, even though they was horrible people. What my problem is one, expecting me to do something because I'm a black man. I have a problem with that. My blackness has been tested my entire life. My masculinity has been under attack for the past 20 years of my life. To be honest with you, in hindsight, I would have to say my masculinity was under attack as a little boy. Going back to look at things that was suggested, said, shown, put on TV, in the music, et cetera, my masculinity been under attack. It's amazing that I'm a heterosexual man who actually provides for his kids. It has to be amazing because what I see being excused and what I see being excused and propped up for us as black men to see is not any of that. With that being said, I'm appalled with the way some of these Democrats are acting. They're doing a whole lot of finger pointing about people being like this and like that. But what they're looking past is they got three fingers pointing back at them. Now, today, you know what? Let's just get to it. Just let me just show you what I saw today that kind of got me like, what the hell is going on? How is this cool? What are we talking about here? Let's.
So, our potential first gentleman, Doug, Kamala Harris's husband, is all over the headlines right now. He is accused of slapping his ex-girlfriend. This is an ex-girlfriend from 2012. He's accused of slapping her so hard in the face that she spun around in a valet line. And this is according to three close friends.
In a valet line, so he was outside.
Yes, this is according to three close friends of this woman. Now, these three friends told the Daily Mail that back in 2012, their friend had met Doug. They met on like Match.com. They went out for a date, like a casual Match.com date, bar, grabbed some food, grabbed some drinks, and they began dating. They were dating for about 3 months when they decided to go to the film festival in Cannes together. Now, during this film festival or after the film festival, and they were, allegedly, according to the friends, drinking, having a good time inside. So they were lit after the film festival. They were in a valet line and they were waiting for valet, but the line was so long. This woman who is listed as a successful attorney in this article was like, you know what? I'm tired of waiting in this line. So she went up to the valet and she tipped the valet guy or tried to give the valet guy $100 so that they could skip the line. And I guess put her hand on his shoulder. When she put her hand on his shoulder, Doug then approached, and according to the friends, that is when he slapped her because he was upset and took it as she was flirting with the valet person. So when that happened, her first instinct, she immediately slapped him back, and then she hopped into a cab and was trying to get away from him, like trying to leave without him. But according to the friends, from what she told them,
She slapped him back. So really, I guess that would have made it even. But we know he ain't going down there. He shouldn't have slapped her. He was wrong for that. But this doesn't surprise me. I'm gonna tell you women something. All these buttercup dudes that you like comparing your man to, like you should be more like Buttercup over there. Or you should be like Sweetie Pie across the street. You know what I'm saying? You should be like one of these lames and losers. Why men get so offended when you do that is because you never know what these guys are into. And they have that image that women respond to as being this or being that, but we as men know it's all a lie. But guy code don't allow us to tell you like, yo, Carla husband is gay, or Samantha husband is a woman beater. We don't have the heart to tell you that because so we just let you, and then you ain't gonna believe us anyway. So we just let you believe what you want to believe because that's what you got to do with women if you want to keep the peace until they find out they stupid as fuck. But with that being said, let's finish listening to this.
he then forced his way into the cab. Now, while in the cab, the friends say that the woman got on the phone and called another friend, another attorney friend who
So he ain't just slapping bitches. He running the show too. Okay.
is the second source in this story. And she told the attorney from what happened, and she said that she was, and I guess the friend is like, well, where is he at? And she's like, he's right here next to me. I called you though because I didn't feel safe, and I felt like getting on the phone with someone, him seeing me on the phone with someone, one would make me feel safe. So the friend is just, talking to her, trying to calm her down, because the friend says she was like crying, really upset at the time. And then they get off the phone. And then later on, because she couldn't really talk, because now her and Doug are in the cab together on their way back to wherever the hotel they were staying.
I just want to say something. Them 20-pound lashes she got on, is that shit really necessary? And it looked like the one on my left hand side is starting to fall down in the left hand corner. And I just wonder, ladies, can you see with that shit? Can you read? Does it, if I can't have an air freshener hanging from my rearview mirror, you shouldn't be able to have windshield wipers on your eyeballs. That's all I'm saying. At least not out in the world.
Thing at.
And side note, those are called cumbrellas. And they were invented by a prostitute who used to stand on the blade and wanted some shade on her eyes. That's where they come from. Cumbrellas. You got them on your eyes and don't even want to blow no joes. That's crazy.
Later on, she then told her friends more about the situation, and she said that he never even apologized in the cab. He only commented back about the slap that she gave him, and he made like some tennis metaphor, saying, "Don't worry about it. You got one across the court and down the line." Now, she
Dog.
did detail to the friends, and had just been talking to friends about when they met. Like she said, when they met I guess in the beginning of the 3 months, she would have never guessed that he was somebody that would have put his hands on her. She was completely surprised. Even the friends in this article quoted their time together as like, kind of like a fairy tale thing. Like, he was a great guy. They dated. He even brought, allegedly, according to the friends, she met the ex-girlfriend met the son, his son, Doug's son, on their first date, because I guess they went to this bar and the son was like somewhere local. So they all went back to a home and were like,
This sounds like a hookup to me. And he already known as a cheater. It sound what they said they met on Christian Mingle or Tinder or some stuff like that. This sounds like a hookup to me. And he been loose with taking women around his kids. And then this wasn't too long before he hooked up with Kamala. You know what I'm saying? Who we know is a rump shaker
like, just chilling there
with no
together or
booty.
whatever. So I think that they thought that this was going to turn into something more, but at that night when that happened, the woman broke up with him because she was like, I'm not going on with this. Now,
Facts.
all of this is following an interview that Doug did with Jen Psaki, where
See, them lashes got in their way. I I don't know what to say.
she called him the perception
See,
of masculine.
this the thing about that shit, right? That women look past. Let's say a dude likes you and he wants to marry you, right? When he see that you doing all of that stuff to yourself at 30, 40, you know what he thinking? What's she gonna look like at 60? I tell you what she gonna look like. Hungover, bald in all the wrong spots, mustache from all the makeup and stuff, because that all of them chemicals is gonna start the facial hair. And then she not even gonna have no fucking eyelashes. Her nails is gonna be fucked up from all the acrylic in the gel. Her toenails is gonna be fucked up from all the acrylic in the gel. It's crazy. I deliver to an old folks home every day, and I see all the old bad bitches in there, and it's nothing that you would want to be jammed up with. And most of them are in there single. And then I see women who is just normal all their life, and now they the old bad bitch. Crazy. And they can't understand why they get so much attention and stuff. And it's like, well, you done stayed out the streets and took care of yourself. You got lashes, you got edges, you got actual nails. Your body ain't all decrepit. Your big toe ain't all crooked from wearing heels all day, every day. Like, it's damn near like you a young chick. But I digress. If I say something to these women, I'm wrong. But I mean, that ain't to say baby girl don't look good, but I don't know what baby girl look like. She got a shell of makeup on, the lashes, I can't see her eyes. It looked like she got weave on top of her hair, so we don't know if she. And it's like it's nothing wrong with that, but if you put a car cover on a car and tried to sell it to me, why would I buy it? I don't even know what the goddamn car look like. It's that respect. Why you know? And then it's the confidence. When you talking about starting a family with somebody or being married to somebody and they don't like how they look, that's a problem for you, for the family you starting. That's really a problem between y'all, baby. Because if I'm infatuated with how you look and you don't look good enough for yourself, then we ain't gonna never be able to have true love. But I digress from that too. That's a lot of the reasons why a lot of these quasi beautiful women are single. Baby girl could be super duper attractive, but I wouldn't know that because she's covering up who she is.
Masculinity. And in this interview, she talks a lot about how, it's so admirable
But on the flip side, I do think she carries herself and represents herself and speaks a lot better than the Just Hilarious girl. And then Just Hilarious, that was like a stereotype too. Black women getting promotions and getting dream jobs and turning right around and getting pregnant before you completed your whole first year. That's some stuff I only thought I saw in my own personal life. But to see it play out in the public is crazy. I know I ain't tripping now.
that he allows Kamala to be, Kamala, she's VP and he's first man and he's supporting her. And this is
Said the right word for pimping Ike. Allow. He allows her. But what man, I'm telling you, yo, whenever you see a man that women compliment for being soft, stay the fuck away from him. He's either a child toucher, an abuser, or just an all-out horrible motherfucking person. Typically, they be weirdos on the low. But
is, how men should be. And he's responding a lot.
How men should be. Nigga, you cheated on your wife. You got your side chick pregnant. And then you did a payoff. See, when I cheated on Junior and their mama, we wasn't married. And it wasn't cheating because I'm Mr. Community Dick. He's a lying ass nigga. He can't stand on his own 10 toes, man. And then he got caught cheating on her. Then he cheated on her with her. And then he left her and married Kamala. And you think he changed? Fuck out of here. To me, they each other's beard. She gets to look like a mom. He gets to look like a wholesome person. They probably running hoes in and out the basement. Kamala be wearing them pantsuits too, and her toes ugly. She probably fucking pussy. You know,
Lot with like,
she ain't got
this
no
is the right
kids.
thing to do. You should be a supportive spouse. Women should be looked at as equal, not lesser than. So then all these reports came out, and then now these
What
reports
up, though? Yeah. You think they broke it or it just went out? Because we fixed all that shit, didn't we? Yeah. Did you tell her that or you already rolled out? Yeah, I'll take care of that. How much you want to put the transformer on there? I mean, all right. Well, let me know and I'll take care of you. She paid you? All right, bet. Well, I'm about to call her ass now so she know what's up. I'll get back with you. Bet I appreciate you, Sad. I'll see you tomorrow. Yep. Landlord shit. Dark Side been around for a long ass time, man. He's down there like an uncle to me. Um, had to send him over to one of my houses. This young lady takes the thermostat off the wall because her kids kept cutting the heat on. Dumbest shit in the world. Totally destroys the thermostat and yanks the wires out. So not only did I have to replace the thermostat, which she had to pay for because I know I could just raise rent or start renting to migrants, but I don't want to squeeze the black women that's already in my houses like that, even though they deserve it. Cause she fucking deserves it. But fried the transformer on the furnace. So Dark Side, man, I love him, much love. He got it running for it. It's not even cold enough to need heat right now, but you know how these democratic, I got more kids than I should have had type of people are. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to get your tubes tied after you done had one kid too many than it is to keep having abortions. But I digress from that as well. A lot easier and cheaper to use a rubber. You know what? This is not an episode of the landlord. I apologize, y'all, but shit, being a landlord is hard, especially like we're gonna get back to that later. Let's finish listening to these.
Being coupled with the reports that came out a while back that Doug had cheated on his wife previous to Kamala.
Right?
And he did attest to that. He released a statement saying that he did step outside of their marriage. And
I just got one thing to say. Have you noticed how soft they going on this dude? Because Huffy ain't slapped nobody. He kicked somebody in the ass. And the whole world jumped on his back. This nigga slapped the bitch and made her do a 360 in the valet line. Yo, I ain't never slapped a bitch in public. In the valet line, you out of pocket, bro. I don't give a fuck if you a pimp. You a pimp would at least do it in the alley. Nigga, you slap in a crowded valet line. You slap the shit out of a bitch into a 360. That means he reached back. He reached back to North Dakota and let that bitch fly. And he followed through. He had to follow through to spin. And you did this in front of her homegirls. And then you jumped in the cab. I'm going to tell you the story how it should have been told. This nigga was wilding, bro.
it was with the nanny of the kids.
With their nanny?
With their nanny who was like working at the private school.
Hold on. You fucked the babysitter? I got a shirt for you. Hold on. This nigga fucked the babysitter. Oh my God. Yo, you know what? Besides slapping hoes, now you can't be out here just slapping bitches, especially in 2024. But I got this community dick shirt for you. It's still in the wrapper. You need one of these, baby. Don't worry, I'm gonna send it to you. I got some community dick rubbers for you. Bam, community dick rubbers. Don't even worry about it. Hold on, because you like to get head from the hoes. Hold on, Kamala's husband. I got all type of shit for you, baby. This how we do it in Juan-O's world. This how we do it, baby. I got products. These are the Juan-O's world head bands. So like I like messing with girls with natural hair. Not that I'm against weave. I'll pull on the weave. You know what I'm saying? But when they going to blow your top, wrap their hair up with one of them. Don't use no rubber bands because the rubber bands pull your edges out. And sometimes they'll pull your longer strands out. So them, they breathable. They don't pull your hair out. The Juan-O head bands. For a cheating ass nigga like you need to keep some of them on deck because we know your wife ain't blowing your top. We know she ain't doing her job.
And
we know she ain't doing her job nowhere.
That they had worked, moved past it and came out on the other side. Mm-hmm. There are reports that nanny had gotten pregnant within that time, but she didn't decide to keep the baby.
Is that true? Or is that factual?
I have no confidence.
What we know is that's why they be pushing abortion because they frequent users of the abortion clinic. I will say it's hilarious to hear about a white couple getting an abortion because it's always black people on TV. So
information of that and all of the articles
people get abortion
being a report, and it was not confirmed in his statement because he didn't address that. He just addressed the fact that he did cheat in the marriage. And reports also say that Kamala was made aware of this when they first started dating. They also let Biden's team know about this when he first reached out to Kamala to be his VP pick. But this whole slapping ex-girlfriend thing, this is a new one. We haven't heard from anybody.
So everybody knew he was floundering and slapping bitches. Okay.
In this one yet.
Oh, the election is 32 days away, and it's
I guess only the black female candidate will have a man who out here slapping bitches and getting abortions and creating babies out of wedlock and all of the stereotypical shit. I'm just amazed that I'm happy it's not actually a black dude. And well, the woman ain't black either, but we're gonna let Candace Owens handle that part. Now listen to the shiny head sellout right here. Mr. Lesser Charge himself right here. Listen to this guy. This nigga is the great Spengali.
October, so you're going to hear a lot of wild stories over the next 30 days about both sides. Okay, so a story like that, right-wing media outlets will probably take it and run with it. Left-wing media outlets will ignore it.
You think they were holding that? Because it seems like for him.
And what you gonna do, Charlamagne? And why you gotta add the other side in? Right wing ain't I haven't seen one right wing platform discuss or talk about this. This is low hanging fruit for a conservative. I'm only talking about it because y'all did. No other platform, like, we not y'all. We not y'all. Y'all like to attack. Y'all like to expose. Y'all like to confuse. Y'all like to cause, that's what y'all have been doing this whole fucking season. Y'all like to disrespect people that disagree. That's y'all point. Ain't no conservative.
To slap somebody. It seems like this should have came out when she was running for vice president.
And I want to say too, not to cut y'all off,
when
but
she was running for president.
Because I know people are going to try to say this as like, this is happening now because where Kamala is.
That's exactly
but
the
these three friends want to make it clear that in 2018, when Kamala went viral for going in on Brett Kavanaugh, she had told the friends then when it happened, and I guess that there were conversations then about coming out to the media, but they decided not to then. But so
I'm just surprised that when she was running for president, 4 years ago, that it didn't come out during that time.
The election is 32 days away, and it's October. Once again, you're gonna hear a lot of wild stories over the next 30 days about both sides. So a story like that, you're gonna see right-wing media outlets run with it, and left-wing media outlets will probably ignore it.
Should he address it?
I think he does have to address this.
I don't think so.
Why not? Hitting a woman.
You're right, Charlamagne. He should do it just like you didn't address picking up two 15-year-old girls from their home while you was a 21, 22-year-old man and facilitating all of the get high, and by your own admission, leaving them ladies unattended in a party full of hard legs who were all 17 or up, or was they all 18 and up? And you left those two 15-year-old ladies there for whatever that happened to them. Now, it's alleged that you was there and all type of other stuff because there was a Larry involved and they call you Larry. But we going to get out of that. Let's just leave it at what you admitted to. You filed, bro. You filed. Now, I could wag my finger at you because I ain't never took a lady away from her home and I made sure she made it back no matter what our interactions was. I've never, when I was 20, 21, 22, I had young women trying to jump in the Regal. I ain't never crossed that bridge though, bro. That shit's sad. And to hear you sit here and make excuses for Mr. Slap a Bitch while you try and demonize my man Trump. And I ain't making no excuses for Trump. Trump paid for some pussy. Is that legal or not? I don't know. Is it immoral? I guess so, but it's what he did. Is it my business? Fuck no. Now, where the problem come in at is these Democrats is playing dirty. If me and you engage in an activity that's not illegal, but it may be immoral, me and a young lady have sex right here on this couch. She want to blow me, but she married. I'm married. But we wanted each other. We do the do, right? And she wake up and she tell me like, yo, I'm going to tell your wife we did that. And I pay her to not tell. That's what you call extortion, not bribery. And she is the one that committed a crime. And what happened with Donald Trump is a horrible miscarriage of justice. And it's not just Trump. Kelly, Sean, Combs, it's several men that may have did wrong and immoral things. They may have even done illegal things, but they've done nothing to require the snowball effect that was put on them just to bury them so they couldn't speak against the Democratic Party and the migrant crisis or be honest about it. And we know what's going on with Puff. You had to embarrass Puff now and put him in jail now so he couldn't speak against Kamala. Because he obviously was not going to endorse her because he would have been did it like he'd been doing for the past 20 some odd years, but he didn't. And that's why y'all took him down. Same as Eric Adams. He spoke against that migrant crisis because y'all was breaking his city and then y'all took him down. Y'all been had proof of him having improper relationships or irregularity, but y'all didn't give a fuck as long as he was pushing that agenda. The moment he started to care more about the people of his city than he did the agenda, bam, hit him with the hammer. Same thing with Michael Jackson. People try to tell y'all all these different stories, but like, yo, Michael Jackson first power move, he got with one of the few and maybe one of the first black billionaires who was from Detroit, Don Barton, and they wanted to build a black-owned amusement park. This was before he tried to buy Marvel. This is before he got into it with Sony and everybody realized how much shit he owned. This was the move he made when everybody started checking his pockets. He came to Detroit to invest as a black man. Before the casinos showed up, he would have been first. And we had Kwame was coming in. I don't think Kwame was elected as the mayor yet, but Kwame was coming in. And they did not want Michael Jackson, Big Meech, Kwame, and Ferguson downtown. They didn't want that because downtown would still be black and it would still be booming. And they did not want that. And they had to destroy Mike. They didn't know Michael Jackson had the capital to go have for building a goddamn amusement park. And when white people found that out, they went crazy. And then when they found out it was another black man who was here, who was already established as a billionaire with no skeletons in his closet, they couldn't destroy that black man. They had to, maybe they poisoned him. Because I don't know what the fuck happened to Don Barton ass, but he died soon after. And this nigga was healthy as an ox. Might have been older, but he was a healthy motherfucker. Moving around, shaking hands, kissing babies, and then like that, he just over. And then y'all go destroying Michael after. But I'm gonna leave that alone. That's a little Detroit story. As you check out my YouTube channel, as we go through things, I'm gonna give you different Detroit stories on YouTube where you will hear about black people owning extravagant things in times that you thought black people didn't have shit. Facts. That's Detroit for you.
With the image that they've been painting him as this like supportive man
Well,
who's not
both
afraid to
that and
like,
and the alleged pregnancy of the nanny.
Well, I don't think you have to address the pregnancy because he did say that he stepped outside the marriage. I don't see what the
you
addressing the
do.
pregnancy adds to that, but I do think he needs to speak to this. I mean, and if it happened, I don't know what will happen.
But how do you prove it happened?
The fact they playing Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang is crazy. Look at Envy Face. I just wonder, like, how are they supporting the Democratic Party? Do you know that they spent all the FEMA money on migrants and they have no money for the Americans down there caught up in that hurricane? Did you know that shit? But y'all gonna vote for this lady. Crazy. Look at Envy's face, bro.
No, I'm saying if he comes out and says, you know what, that did happen, and I went and got work. I mean, not got work, but I went and did the work. Whatever he decides to say, I don't know how that affects Kamala, but I think you got to say something.
I wouldn't speak on it.
Well, the woman that he allegedly slapped didn't say anything.
She
right?
declined to comment. The one that she declined to comment.
So why should he?
Yeah,
he addressed that. I think.
Nah, she didn't just decline to comment. These motherfuckers is being fake. And this is where I come in at, AKA Juan-O, the Black Corrado. Watch out. Because they being fake. They are being fake. Fake is a motherfucking $3 bill. They being fake. But we ain't allowing that. And we ain't tripping on that. They being fake. And it ain't just the lady just didn't come. It ain't the lady just ain't come forward. This is my man's Brian Anthony Logan. Another black conservative.
My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, allegedly beating a former girlfriend years ago and paying $8,000 in hush money to another woman. Now, this guy is supposed to be the model husband and redefining masculinity and all of these things. He's supposed to be the anti-Trump, but I've never heard about Trump slapping the woman upside their head and all this and that. Now, you can say that the whole Stormy Daniels thing happened, but for some,
we already explained the whole Stormy Daniels thing. I'm not even gonna let Anthony Brian Logan go and bust it all the way down to you. So now you know the woman that ain't speaking already did a settlement with this guy and was paid off. You know what I'm saying? And now you know the woman he was cheating with, the nanny, he made her get an abortion, or maybe whatever. And that's why they promoting abortions. I get it. Go cheat on your family and just get an abortion. Don't wear a condom or none of that shit. I get it. That's the Democratic Party slogan. Go, because Kamala did it too. Let's not forget, she was a side chick to a nigga who had a wife. The nigga that put her on. The nigga that taught her to laugh instead of answering questions. I digress from that. You got to find out about Willie Brown on your own. But when you look at him, you're going to see. You're going to see. Anyways, man, we out. I ain't gonna get too political. This shit is crazy. Y'all saw Now these same people attacking Puff, but they making excuses for her husband. It makes no sense. At least I'll be protecting a black dude. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the Democratic Party has on these guys, but then it is a party. Puff was the biggest Democrat. So now I'm starting to think maybe DL, Charlemagne, maybe it's some tapes out here with they ass at one of these Democratic Puff Daddy parties. After all, Charlemagne used to say, I am a Combs, Pickett, Winfrey, Knowles, Carter. He used to say that shit. I wish my son would claim somebody else's last name. This nigga Charlemagne very disrespectful. I mean, he's entertaining. I fucks with him. You know, I guess you got to be cool with him to get in, or not. We out. Hey man, why should you get involved into it? And it's better to just stand on your own 10 toes because you don't want to see your own 10 toes up in the air while somebody's smacking your ass. We out this bitch, man.